Hello everyone, this is Shubhantika Bose from the Literary Circle. If you have seen our last video, in which Aditya described the United Nations as well as the model United Nations, then you must know by now that NITMAN is by far one of the most structured as well as fun events that you will ever come across. There are certain basic rules of procedure that one must follow in committee, and we will be telling you all about it in brief.
Hello everyone, I'm Rohan Rao from the Literary Circle, and today we'll be taking you through a small enactment of a model United Nations so that you know how a MUN works and so that we can explain to you a few terminologies along the way and make your MUNing experience pleasant. So let's get right into it.
Good morning, delegates. I am Aditya Mitra and I have Tilak Raj with me. So today we are the executive board members for you, and let's begin.
Thank you, Aditya. Good morning, delegates. We will now proceed with the roll call. Respond with present or present and voting.
Delegate of France,
Present and voting.
delegate of Germany,
Present and voting.
delegate of India.
Present and voting.
Well, that concludes the roll call. So now we'll be setting up the agenda. I am looking for motions on the same. Delegates, are there any motions on the floor?
Often during the enactment, you must have heard the executive board members say, are there any points or motions on the floor? So what are motions exactly? Motions are a way to introduce change in the committee flow. You can raise a motion to suspend formal debate and move into a moderated or an unmoderated caucus, which we will be discussing shortly. Or you can raise a motion to set the agenda, a motion to start the debate, a motion to suspend the session for today, and so on. So they bring a substantial change in the flow of committee.
Delegate of France, you may speak.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. The delegate of France moves that deliberation on the territorial disputes in the South China Sea, with special emphasis on the recent military activities and involvement of private contractors, be placed first in the agenda.
Alright, we will now be voting on the same. Delegates for the motion say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Delegates against the motion say no.
No.
Considering that the majority of the votes are for the motion passes. We shall now be moving into the general speakers list. Are there any motion on the floor? Yes, delegate of Germany, you may speak.
The delegate of Germany would like to establish the general speakers list with per speaker time being 90 seconds.
Okay, so we shall now be voting on the same. Delegates for the motion say aye.
Aye.
The motion passes unanimously. Delegates who wish to add their name to the general speaker list, raise their hand.
Okay, France, Germany, followed by India. Delegate of France, you have the floor for the next 90 seconds.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, and my respected fellow delegates. So,
Thank you, delegate. Delegate of India, you now have the floor.
Sir, point of order.
Yes, delegate, you have 30 seconds to prove your point.
The order stated earlier by you was France, Germany, and then India. After the delegate of France's speech, you recognize delegate of India.
Delegate of Germany, your point is recognized. You have the floor for next 90 seconds.
During the discussion of any matter, a delegate may raise a point of order and the chair shall immediately entertain their request. A point of order must relate to the observance of rules of that committee or the way in which the chair is exercising their power. A delegate raising a point of order may not speak about the substance of the matter of discussion.
Thank you so much, honorable executive board members and my fellow
Thank you, delegate. You still have 30 seconds left on the clock. How would you like to yield your time?
Uh, Point of inquiry. Respected chairperson, what do you mean by yielding my time?
If there is no discussion on the floor and a delegate wishes to understand the procedural status of the committee at that point of time, then he or she may rise to a point of inquiry. A point of inquiry is very simple. Suppose someone has spoken and you are unsure about what to do in committee next. That is whether the moderated caucus has elapsed or not, or whether the current form of debate is going to be suspended, or how long are the chits being allowed in committee. You can rise to a point of inquiry to your chairperson, and once your point is acknowledged, you can ask your question to them. However, remember that a point of inquiry can never ever interrupt a speaker while they are speaking. That is A. Unparliamentary, and B. Pretty rude to do to a person while they're speaking.
Okay, so I'll explain it. There are three kinds of yields. Firstly, you can yield to the chair where I decide what to do with the rest of your time. Secondly, you can yield to another delegate where your remaining time shall be given to another delegate whom you wish to. And thirdly, you can yield to questions where I shall select a delegate to ask you a point of information verbally.
After a delegate completes their speech, and if they have yielded their time to points of information, then one point of information can be raised by the delegates from the floor. The speaker will be allotted the remainder of their time to address this point of information. Points of information are directed to speakers and allows questions from other delegations about resolutions and their speeches.
Then I would like to yield to questions.
Okay. A delegate wishing to ask questions, please raise your hand. Yes, delegate of France.
Thank you, sir.
So I hope I am able to clear your query.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, delegate of Germany. Delegate of India, you may speak now.
Thank you, respected chairperson and my fellow delegates.
Sir, point of
Yes,
personal
delegate.
privilege. Sir, could the delegate of India please repeat their last statement? It was not audible due to static.
Your point has been recognized, delegate. Delegate of India, please repeat your last statement.
During committee, a delegate may raise a point of personal privilege, and the chair shall immediately address that point. A point of personal privilege must refer to matters of personal comfort, safety, and/or well-being of the members of committee. Also, if you were unable to hear a speaker's speech, then this is the point that you will be raising.
Okay. A declaration on the conduct of parties in the South China Sea. China's assertive posture in the South China Sea is of great concern, especially with India unfolding its Act East Asia policy. And South China Sea is one of the most difficult and contentious maritime conflicts in the Asia Pacific. With this, I would like to conclude my speech. Thank you.
Thank you, delegates. Are there any points or motions on the floor? Yes, delegate of India.
The delegate of India would like to suspend formal debate and move into a moderated caucus with a total time of 3 minutes and per speaker time 60 seconds, discussing the foreign military intervention in the South China Sea region.
So, after a few GSL speeches, the delegates and even the chairperson sometimes might want to change the dynamics of the committee a bit, to discuss and delve further into the agenda, or to have a free-for-all discussion wherein everyone pitches their ideas and you come to a consensus in committee. How do we go about doing that? We do that using caucuses. And the two caucuses are moderated caucus and an unmoderated caucus. A moderated caucus, as the name signifies, is moderated by your executive board at all times while it's running. So what does it exactly do? If you want to discuss a subtopic of an agenda, say the Syrian refugee crisis, and you want to discuss the economic aspect of it, or the humanitarian aspect of it, then you can do a moderated caucus. So the clear question arises, how does it work? Well, as long as the total time which you will be set by the person who is raising the motion has not elapsed, the chairperson can and will take on more and more speakers so that everyone can have a say on that particular subtopic. Again, it is completely upon the discretion of the chairperson as to how many and which delegates they will pick. So, how do you rise to a motion for a moderated caucus? Well, you say as follows. The delegate of Germany, say the country is Germany, would rise to a motion to suspend formal debate and move into a moderated caucus of total time being 15 minutes, per speaker time being 1 minute, discussing the economic aspects of the Syrian refugee crisis. Again, now all of this is variable. The total time, the per speaker time, might be 30 seconds, it might be 90 seconds, depends on who you are and what your chairperson wants from committee.
Okay, noted. Are there any other points and motions on the floor? Okay, so seeing none, the motion to move into a moderated caucus is now up for voting. Delegates for the motion say aye.
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 The motion passes. We are in a moderated caucus. Delegate of India, would you like to be the first speaker or the last?
First speaker, sir.
Noted. Other delegates who would like to speak in this moderated caucus, raise their hands. Yes, delegate of France, followed by delegate of Germany. Okay. Delegate of India, you have the floor for the next 60 seconds.
Thank you, respected chairperson and my fellow delegates. Thank you.
Thank you, delegate. Delegate of France, you have the floor for the next 60 seconds.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson and my respected fellow delegates. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, delegate. Delegate of Germany, you may now speak.
Thank you, Honorable Executive Board members. So I would like to conclude my sentence.
Okay, we have come to the end of this moderated caucus. We will be reverting back to the general speaker list for now.
Okay, so delegates, are there any points or motions on the floor? Yes, delegate of Germany.
The delegate of Germany would like to suspend formal debate and move to an unmoderated caucus for 10 minutes.
Are there any other points or motion on the floor? Seeing as there are no other points or motion on the floor, the motion to move into an unmoderated caucus is now up for voting. Delegates for the motion say aye.
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 The motion passes. We are in an unmoderated caucus.
What is an unmoderated caucus? An unmoderated caucus is a situation wherein the delegates come together to have a very informal discussion. That is, think this, people are shouting over each other, people are screaming, people are coming together, huddling and writing a quick resolution, people trying to rally support, some people looking at the other bloc and trying to figure out what are they doing, what are they going to do once the formal debate starts. Well, thus, as you can understand, by its very nature, it's very chaotic. That's because it is an unmoderated caucus. That is, the chairperson does not moderate the proceedings of this session. However, the OC members and the chairpersons themselves might be seeing which delegates are lobbying better, that is, trying to rally support behind their cause. And this is reflected after the unmoderated caucus in the formal speeches made by the other delegates. That is, which delegates were more persuasive and they were able to further their own cause in the unmoderated caucus. So the question clearly arises now, how do you go into an unmoderated caucus in committee? An unmoderated caucus and a moderated caucus as well can only be initiated when by suspending the general speakers list. That is, if you had a moderated caucus and you want to go into another moderated or an unmoderated caucus, you have to revert back to the GSL before you can do that. So you need to raise a motion for an unmoderated caucus. So when your chairperson asks you whether there are any points or motions on the floor, you raise your placard or again show your intent in the online mode and say the delegate of Germany would like to suspend formal debate and move into an unmoderated caucus of total time being 10 minutes. Again, the name of the delegation and the total time are variable over here. So unmoderated caucuses are a lot of fun, and I hope I was able to explain to you exactly how to raise a motion for one and what exactly they do. Thank you.
Thank you, delegates. The time for the unmoderated caucus has elapsed. We'll revert back to the GSL for now.
That was all from our end. I hope you had a wonderful time learning about the various points and motions and the other various little intricacies and rules of procedure which make a MUN so much fun. So that was all from our side. We hope to see you in committee soon on the 30th of January in NITMAN edition 9. Register now at www.nitman.lcnitd.co.in. See you in committee. Thank you.